Yes, I'm Anthony Harper, InterMountain Christian News, and also the Christian Newspaper Association. Not many of you may understand about in the election in the U.S. that the Christian vote turnout was significant in Trump's win. And the key issue for a lot of Christian voters in America has been, I wanted to share our Christian support for Israel. Many Christians in America praying for Israel and praying for you, Mr. Prime Minister, and for all the leadership here. There was a key scripture in the Old Testament that led up to this big Christian voter turnout in 2 Chronicles 7:14. Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son, traveled to 50 states in the nation and called the church voters to prayer and repentance. And those voters in America believe the solution to terrorism is found in your Tanakh, the 2 Chronicles 7:14. What would you share with the Christian voters in America that turned out in large numbers, about 80% of the evangelical vote, that put Trump in his position, and the Christian media that gave Trump this opportunity?
I appreciate deeply the support we have from Christian friends around the world. In the United States, North America, South America. That's a developing situation. Interesting one. Europe, Africa. I visited 4 countries and I was astounded by the degree of empathy for what they said. They said the children of Israel, you represent the children of Israel. That tells you something. And the same thing we're finding now in Asia and in unlikely places. So we deeply appreciate the constancy of that support and the expansion of that support. I have to say at the same time that we're interested in broad support. In the United States, obviously bipartisan support has been an anchor of the tremendous support that Israel has in the American public. That's the one graph I have to show you. You see that? Who has not seen this graph? No, that's it? You're the only one? Oh, let's get a quorum. Let's get 10 people. Let's get a million here. All right, show it. Okay. So you see that? That's important to understand. This is U.S. public support, Gallup poll every year for the year 2000. You can see that. Okay. And it asks the same question each year. What is your overall opinion of Israel and the Palestinian Authority? Palestinian Authority is positive, is flat, and it's fine. I don't mind that they support Palestinian Authority, but look at what they do with Israel. It's gone up enormously. Just keeps going up and up and up and up. I mentioned 63% here because we've been, that's when I came in second time, and this is my 4th term. It went up this year too. It's 71%. I think it's going to keep on going. It keeps going up. And it's important to know that because you wouldn't know that. And by the way, if you go back, and they just asked about Israel, they keep going back to the 6-Day War. Okay, it was about, I don't know, lower 40s. It spiked during the Gulf War. Where's my CNN friend? During the gas mask thing, but that's it. But it's pretty much continuous. It just keeps going like this. Okay, so now when you look at that, you understand that this is the broad swathe of the American public. That's what it means. There are 2% of Americans who are Jews. Some, I think 25, 30% who are evangelical Christians, which we appreciate deeply. But this represents to you something that should understand about the United States of America. Americans, the American people, support Israel in increasing numbers. Doesn't mean that we don't have problems on the campuses or in certain places. You mentioned we understand. But there's a contrary trend that is very strong. And America is increasingly identified with the state of Israel, and Israel is very grateful for this bipartisan support. We deeply appreciate it. And we obviously seek to expand on this basic alliance to, all right, show the map of the world quickly. Yes. Some of you must be suffering, but here it is. This is the last year, and it's not updated anymore. This is the great powers of Asia. I mentioned that we already should include, we already included? Yeah, Kazakhstan has been added and so on. You know, all the powers of Asia, Africa, Eastern Mediterranean, Africa, we're soon going to West Africa. That's already not outdated vis-a-vis Latin America. We're going to see some major changes there. And of course, our traditional alliances, the United States, Australia, and so on. And we're even going to have good relations with Western Europe. Don't laugh. But I've just been invited also to Eastern Europe to meet with the leaders of 4 countries, and I intend to do that. We have a great change, but I would say, and we welcome it, but the most important alliance we have, and with this is without taking away from, detracting from any other country represented here, the most important alliance we have was and will be with the United States of America. So I thank you for that support. And you said, what is my message in fighting terror? I'll tell you what my message is.
Okay.
My message is actually from Joshua. It said, be strong and of good courage. That's how you fight this thing. The most elementary thing is strength and courage. Strength is not enough, but courage is the most important quality, because it guarantees, I think the Romans said this, courage is not the only quality, but it guarantees the others. Because if you don't have courage, everything else is meaningless. You have to have great courage and determination to fight this evil, and I think that we can defeat it.
Another issue for a lot of people.
Any more questions?